Yes, yes, yeah. This is Offering Something. I am your host, Michael Bernier. Feeling, oh my golly, good to be living. Yeah. Wow, I don't know what's going on already, but I do know that we got a whole lot of love for our sponsors at Enjoy Your Life brand, New Balance, Rockport Brewing Company, and CNA Stars. Yeah. And again, I'll tell you that I really, and I mean it when I say it, it means so much to us that you watch this show. Yeah. So again, it has happened. I'm sitting in a room with people that make me feel so good, doing great things out there. Good people. So I'm going to start it off with this one right here. Yeah. This guy is a goddamn that tastes so good kind of cook. Yeah. A constantly cooking up cool content kind of cat. Yeah. Practically the third leg of the green egg family. What does that mean? A main man when it comes down to repping Art of Flame. And yo, he might be mighty and massive, but he's the sweetest and gentlest human you will ever meet. This right here is CMac Cooks.
CMac.
Damn.
Woo!
You know what? I said it earlier, but the best damn intros in the business. Come on now.
Might as well.
Come on
right?
now.
Let's go.
Let's just shut it down right now.
Oh, yeah. Over here, you can feel his presence, right? Oh, whoa, now that man is a magnificent musician. Your favorite songwriter's favorite songwriter. Yo, that's a lot I'm saying right there, boy. The loveliest lord of looping. Woo-hoo! Yeah. A non-stop take it to the road. I'm torn for day after day kind of human being. And a man who's on a mission to make this world a more peaceful and happy place for everybody he comes across. That boy is Kali Stoddard-Imari. Yeah, man!
Thank you. Hey,
I almost cried, bro.
Jeez, got me going.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Seated over here is my good friend, Mr. Phall Roots.
What up, Michael?
Hanging out, man.
I said, right.
You seem incredible today. Is that how you feel?
I am incredible, man.
Look at it. Kids glowing. Off in the distance, camera in hand. It's our good brother, Mr. Burger Snaps. Let's hear it. Burger. Yeah, there it is. Running the switcher and doing a whole lot of other good. It's our sweet friend, Mr. Jonny Deups.
The Dupes.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, hey. And out there in the distance, being silly as ever, is Sean from Silly Goose. Yo, all the howdy. All right. And together this is Offering Something. Okay. What do you want to do?
There's a lot of cats in this room.
Yeah. It sure is.
It's different than the last time I was here.
I know. It was just
you
me
and me.
you.
It was very intimate.
It was very personal
Yes.
and sweet.
We're all grown
And now
up
it's
now.
a party.
And look at this.
Like that.
Here we go. So
It's a party.
if you have to make this meal, that's like what I said in my intro here. It's like, if CMac is going to prepare a meal that's definitely going to blow somebody's taste buds out of their mouth as well as their minds, what is that meal going to be?
Wow.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'd probably do? I'd probably so I love Louisiana, I love New Orleans.
Yeah.
And I love the culture and the food and everything. I could never live down there because I come from a long line of sweaty people.
Hey,
New England
pretty
humidity is
dry
bad
right now.
enough, and it's not that bad. But down south, there's a reason they call it the Dirty South.
they call him wet CMac when he's there. Yeah.
But the food, so hot. But the food, the culture, the music is just incredible. But one of the things that I cook when we do Big Green Egg Fest or other things that I like to get, you want to get kind of people's eyes on and maybe shock them a little bit.
Yeah.
I like to do a whole alligator.
That's shocking to just hear about. Ooh.
CMac's gonna wrestle that alligator too.
About when you said Louisiana, one of the first things I think about is alligator.
Right?
So not
Right?
to eat though, but that's crazy cool. What?
Well,
I'm going to love this a whole lot more if the way the alligator was attained was you wrestle it down.
no.
You're not wrestling alligator.
Push a couple of buttons
Yeah.
on the internet and they ship you one from Louisiana. skinned with the full head on, the feet, the tail, and everything. But alligator meat and the tail is really good. But to answer your question,
Hold on. That could be shipped to your house in a box like
absolutely,
tomorrow?
yeah,
That's happening at
Yep.
your house?
Alligator.
it has, it has.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
That's
What do you
great.
do? Do you eat the head?
So most of the meat in the alligator is all in the tail.
Right.
They got the big, strong tails.
Yeah.
So, but they also got a lot of fat running down. So if you clean that tail, I usually kind of butterfly the tail out a little bit and then stuff it with some cream cheese and andouille stuffing. It's pretty
So
good.
they send you pre-dressed alligator.
Pre-dressed. Yep. So,
didn't know that was such
so
a
I'll cook
thing.
them low and slow on the Big Green Egg or on the pit. Yeah, it's a thing.
This is no pig roast. This is a gator
But
roast.
that's the fun thing about cooking, and so I mean, if you follow me, you've seen I've done. Some,
I follow you.
I mean, we got some ribs and some stuff tonight, but it's also fun doing something that nobody's ever seen before. You have a little party. I think last time I did one at my house, we had it was an NFL playoff game. I don't remember what it was, but. Yeah, I know it's hard to believe, but nobody at my house had tried alligator before.
Wow.
Right?
Was the
Alligator.
alligator gone by the end of the
Yeah,
day?
it was gone.
No alligator left.
Alligator,
sushi at the
alligator
bayou.
meat tastes
See you
like
later,
whatever
alligator.
you put on it.
It
So a lot of time it's fried,
like
but even
squirrel.
yeah. It's fried a lot.
It's like almost like popcorn chicken.
Yeah, you couldn't tell, right?
Fried
It could be
I've had alligator
fish
jerky,
or whatever.
but never like
Yeah.
cooked. Yeah, not cooked.
Do you
Yeah.
keep the
Like,
teeth?
raw.
What are you doing with the teeth?
that's it.
I guess you could.
What are you doing with the head
small.
after?
Make 'em
Just
into
throwing it in the
necklaces.
trash barrel? You take the alligator head after and you go
I chased
throw
my
that
wife
in the
around with the alligator.
Pet cemetery.
puts that in the bed.
Just on Friday
sneaks out.
nights.
Wow.
Yeah. So I would do a whole Cajun cook. I love Cajun Creole foods. I would do the alligator. I do some, cornbread and just the whole gumbo and tons of
even know what
crawfish.
gumbo
Time to stash the gumbo.
What is gumbo?
Gumbo is almost like a ricey stew with andouille sausage and shrimp and you put a ton of different stuff in there, but it's Oh yeah, absolutely.
CMac, how do you know how to cook? Is there formal training? And if the answer to this question is no, are you in position where you receive some sort of shade from like the real chefs out there because you're getting so much attention?
So
This boy's on the road.
I've never. I mean, I've worked in the restaurant business. My restaurant background is actually front of the house, not back of the house. So I wasn't cooking, but that experience did help me really get into food. I've always loved to grill and barbecue since I was, a young teenager, and it was just kind of it's been a natural progression. But
It's like a kind of a political answer you're giving me here. So
Well, that's the first
Did
part
you
of
go
it.
to school to
No.
be a cook?
no, not at all, not at all.
Should we not have said this?
No. Listen, I don't claim to be a chef or I did not go to culinary school.
So good though, so it's like proof that that's kind of unnecessary.
Yeah, well, I mean, in some cases, I don't know if I'd be able to step into back of the house, roll. Put me on the grill, I probably could.
He just likes to throw the potty.
Yeah, it's everything that goes along with it, right? It's the friends and the family and all that stuff starts with a meal.
Rib
right?
Fest you did? We played that year.
Yeah, River Fest.
Yeah, that was
Fest.
sick. Yeah, his whole house was decked out.
Came that one year.
See, when
For a
this guy
second.
has a party, it's not like, yeah, we're gonna have a party. Our
There's
friends
like
are
big
coming
blow-up
over. It's
things
just
and
like
all-
all of a sudden his epically laid out property is. You might as well be at a festival grounds. There's banners,
pretty
there's
sick,
different
yeah.
stations. There's more food than like legit fest. There's music. It's pretty impressive.
It's a fun part. Best part about that party, besides all the friends and the food, is we've donated every year a lot of money, or we've raised a lot of money for Our Neighbor's Table. And I know Lindsay's been on your show before,
You're such a good guy.
but no, it's
Yes, you
people
are.
coming together. Well, thank you. People coming together and having a great time, but also all the events that I do. I always try to tie in some kind of nonprofit. Our Neighbor's Table again has been one of them that we've used for.
I just think you
for
phrased it
Riverfest.
improperly. You said, I always try to tie in. I think that you successfully tie in nonprofits to the events.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Can we edit that in post?
Never. I've been wondering, how did you get so big?
Well,
Wrestling alligators.
that's genes. I'm 6'10".
6'10".
Well, I'm probably shrinking these days.
I don't know. You seem big.
So it's funny. So everybody says that, right? So I played basketball in college. I played overseas, and everybody says that, right? It must have been easy, blah, blah. But, you got to remember, I'm playing against guys my size or bigger sometimes. Yeah. So it's not as easy as it, may sound. But, no, it's been a few years. I've got 3 bulging discs in my back, all from basketball. So, yeah. So I don't get up there and dunk anymore. But in my heyday,
Oh, yeah, tomahawk.
60 pounds ago and 30 years
From the
ago.
free throw line.
Did you bring food with you?
I did.
Let's get these folks eating
I
some
did.
food here. How are we going to make this happen? We want to pull it over, put it on this table? How's it going to go down?
However we want to do it.
Yeah. Let's move.
Yeah.
And we'll clear some space here to
So
get
I
it on this table somehow.
smoked some baby back ribs earlier on the big green egg.
Big green egg.
Now these are not sauced. These are is just dry rubbed. You can eat them obviously as they are. Hopefully they're still warm.
Wait, what is what?
Whoa.
Look at
But
that.
I do have a couple of barbecue sauces, and this is kind of interesting. This kind of ties into one of your sponsors. So
Tie it in.
I was at CNA in Amesbury
CNA.
the other
Nice
day.
work,
All right.
CMac.
Appreciate you.
Yes.
Scott Winters, remember that plug?
Yeah.
Scotty.
So I wanted to kind of, I think one of the next big things in the whole cannabis industry is the whole food infusions and everything. I mean, I think it's not too far out that restaurants are going to have, a little cannabis tasting menu, all that stuff. Yeah. So these are 2 cannabis-infused barbecue sauces that I made.
Oh, really?
So the white one is basically kind of a sweet, Kansas City-ish, sweet and tangy a little bit. Also infused. There's probably not a ton in here, maybe 15 to 20 milligrams, I think, in the bottom.
Which one has the weed in it?
So both of them do.
All right, cool.
This one is the hot one. So the base is the same. We're using hot honey in this one, or cannabis-infused hot honey. But I also kicked this up with a little Enjoy Your Life habanero hot sauce, baby. Huh?
Oh, look at that.
Right?
Turn it up,
Lions
boy.
on
Yes. Worlds colliding. So we did, again, you eat
Yeah,
your ribs
it's great.
dry, try it with some sauce. Also
Reach
did
your hands
some,
into there.
That's
Get
right.
going
Reach
on
your
it. Yeah. Everybody else back there, come grab. What are we calling this again?
That's just some
Cajun ribs. What?
smoked. No, these aren't Cajun. This is just smoked
Falls right off,
baby
man.
back.
It's
Yeah.
falling right
Wow.
off. Wow.
I also
Look
did
at
some
that.
corn ribs. Last time I was here, I did
yeah.
some corn ribs. So
Johnny, put a couple corn ribs on a plate for me,
those
bro.
corn ribs.
Ribs,
Yeah.
That was good.
right up.
Thank
we
you
do.
so much. That's very kind
Very good,
of you.
CMac.
We need a plate for CMac over here. Let's go.
As usual.
Is there one more plate available?
Now, were these cooked on the green egg?
They were cooked on the green egg? Let's talk about the green egg connection while we're eating the things you cooked on the green egg. So maybe we'll do that.
I took a big bite.
Should have brought a green egg.
You need some cannabis sauce on these.
I can't do that. I can't do it. I love you. But the honey, I won't do it. I love you.
I know.
Look at this. Look at this.
I was told that the honey was vegan because the bees never ate meat. So did I get it wrong?
Do the rabbits?
Sauce?
How do you feel about what you're dining on right now, Collie?
Dude, I'm very much this is so good. Yeah. So this
Appreciate
is
it, man.
I keep hearing, and pardon my ignorance, I don't know what the green egg is.
Yeah.
What is it? Because if it's making this magic, I have to know about it.
So green egg, you've probably seen them. So some green egg is kind of the oldest and most popular. They call them Kamado cookers. So it's a green dimpled clay, ceramic cooker that is in kind of the shape of an egg.
Okay.
Big green eggs, because they're so well insulated, you can grill on them, you can smoke on them like I did with these, so low and slow. You can cook desserts. You can pretty much do anything in these things. So yeah, that's my main cooker. How those
Oh my
corn ribs?
god!
Right off the bone. These are
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, sick.
Yeah.
wild.
I appreciate it,
Yeah.
man.
Seriously.
You also go on the road, right?
Dude.
With the green egg?
And now more barbecue.
Yeah, let's talk about that. You're out there in the world
Yeah.
with microphones in your hands, representing the green egg, flying all over the place. What kind of lane have you built there?
So, I've tried, as you know, I had the opportunity back in 2020 to retire early.
I do know
And
that.
so
that's
now-
just so beautiful.
Now I'm just having fun doing this whole barbecue and grilling and brand ambassador and influencer thing. Big Green Egg has been fantastic. I had my Big Green Eggs long before I kind of hooked up with them from, an ambassador position. But a little over a year ago, they made me part of their ambassador and influencer team.
They sure did.
Yeah, and it's been
Good job, green egg.
It's been appreciate
Big love to green
appreciate you
egg.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they've been fantastic in supporting me. Our
Look at
local
that. Take that,
distributor. Yeah, get one of those ends. I didn't even bother. That's like a 3 or 4 ribber right there.
Oh my gosh.
But no, they've been super supportive. They've been great. They flew me out to cook alongside of 3 of my teammates in Dallas for the Ace Hardware convention a couple weeks ago. And we got there's some more events this summer coming up, and
You
excited
have
to do them.
the ability to cook incredible things, and your voice is just so.
Well, I'm trying to. I've had
smooth
the
on the
opportunity. I've had the opportunity in a couple of egg fests that we've done.
Egg fest.
Yeah, right. These big cooking events to do some emceeing too. So I'm trying to follow in your footsteps, but more of those.
your own lane.
I got.
You
I
your
know.
own
I got
thing,
2 or 3
crushing
of
it.
those coming this summer. The Ohio Egg Fest in Columbus. A couple other ones that I can't discuss right now.
It's
But
good when
yeah.
you're in a position when you have things you can't discuss right now.
No, it's
Just
fun.
leave it there. That's
fun,
good. Living.
Do some food, do some cooking, get on the mic, and have some fun with people.
Wow. Look at this situation here. Oh my gosh. All right.
Corn ribs are kind of tasty, huh?
Incredible. I'm hoping that they're all left over there.
What's the corn rib made of? Just is it
I think there's corn in it.
corn?
So super simple. It's just corn on the cob. You quarter it, which is probably the hardest part of it, just to
Cutting it?
cutting through the core,
Oh.
and hit it with a little barbecue rub or whatever seasoning you want. Put it on the smoker. I think these probably 45 to 50 minutes
On the green egg.
on the green egg,
Right on.
and they curl up, look like a little rib.
Wow.
And as you know, it's not really the corn season out here, but man, you do it with some of that local corn that we get during the season. Yeah, it's phenomenal. That's next level.
Do you spice it like similar, or do you use
Like the corn?
slightly different spices to emulate like a other rib?
Yeah, a lot of times the same. I mean, pork. When I'm doing pork ribs, pork is fairly delicate meat, right? They call it the other white meat. So a lot of the seasonings that we use on pork ribs, pulled pork, all that kind of stuff, actually pairs really well with vegetables too, because it's not a big overpowering peppery sauce, something or a rub that you'd use on beef, big brisket or something that needs something really intense to kind of hold up to the beefy meat. Is this exciting you?
I'm happy that everybody is so happy with the food that you've prepared.
I appreciate it, right?
They can hardly contain themselves. They're like, I want to go get more. Should I take more? They're going through all those things in their head. Burger definitely needs a return again. He ate 4 Pomodori 3-ways the other night.
Did you really
There
eat
it
4
is.
burger?
He did.
Judge me.
We don't judge you. Yeah. There you go. Make sure you have enough.
Hey, I don't want it to go to waste. I was just saying, I think I like both sauces, but I think I like the hot one better.
I think I do too.
Wow.
Those are really, really good.
They're good by itself too.
Without
Yeah, without the
Yeah, see, I'm usually not a big sauce guy, but been
Look
wanting to
at
try
that.
this for a while.
Would you like a couple more pieces of
You have brought the silence upon the room with the food.
The good silence.
Oh yeah, in a good way.
Yummy.
So, Kali is here with us. Kali Stoddard-Imari is going in for more right now. So as you consume this next piece of excellence prepared for you by CMac Cooks, I want you to think about when you're on stage and you're in a situation where you got to pull out like that song that's definitely going to turn the audience and bring them all in. Your song. What is that number? What is it, Kali?
My song, like personally, my song, or
Your
is
original
Dave's-
tune
my
that you
original
go to
tune.
when you're like, I'm bringing
Well,
these people in.
If I'm going for like a party, there's one thing. It's always trying to set the mood.
Yeah.
In a room for me, like if I'm trying to follow a certain mood that I'm just finding, the oohs and the ahs come after certain types of songs you do.
Yeah.
My favorite song to do is probably a song called "Celebrate" because
Celebrate.
yeah,
Let's
that's
celebrate
what it
the
is.
appearance of Joshua Horgan.
Hey.
Oh, what's good, y'all?
How you doing, man?
Yeah. Rolling deep. Love to see it. Matty. Yo, there's like
we got
there's
two
a
whole
couple
basketball
scraps,
teams in here now,
couple
man.
scraps left in the tray. You better get it right now.
2 whole basketball teams.
Yeah.
In here.
Josh, will you make sure that door is closed all the way, my brother?
Fill up with ribs. and
Yeah. Oh, you guys just missed the CMac Rib Fest that went on in here. But I'm telling you,
There's still some scraps.
you better take some of those scraps out of here.
Oh, appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it.
All right, I'm sorry. Back to Kali. We're on stage, so it's vibe dependent. What song you gonna reach to when like you definitely got to get everybody in on it?
Yeah, I go for a song of mine called "Celebrate."
That's right.
Where it is, it's the idea where celebration is the opposite of like when people come together, like for bad reasons, so people can get together for bad reasons or they do it for good reasons. If you're only ever trying to celebrate when you come together, there's no space for the other stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so like a lot of the time, especially contemporary, just to go off in that way, people just they come together for some crazy reasons, right? You see it on your phone, you see it on the TV, and here we are in a music hall or a bar or a restaurant or a theater or wherever it is, and it doesn't matter if people are sitting down or if they're standing up already dancing, whatever the case is, you're celebrating. You know, so that's the whole idea behind the song, is that if you fill all those voids with celebration.
Give me a couple lines here, bro. Throw some lines at me from the song. What's the chorus? You just saying celebrate, 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 celebrate?
Yeah, kind of. So the
celebrate.
So the first verse is like, I dream of days that are absent of harm, where nobody rings any war alarms. So right, so it starts right off the bat. Where like
it's deep, it's
all
righteous.
those things. And when somebody says "up with those arms," our hands go in the sky, but we swing them, right? So like it like throw your hands up, like the same thing instead of like, oh, you know. So like just every little instance, turning them around. So it's so much easier with a guitar. You know how it is with the lyrics, like your own lyrics. You're like, and then
not really sure.
I dream of days absent of harm. Nobody rings any war alarms. Somebody says "up with those arms." Hands go in the sky and we swing them. And the words that we generate are loud, but I'm not irate. It's out of love, not out of hate. We'll continue to sing them. So that's the whole first verse, right? Until the people until the people in the streets dance to the beats, not march to war drums with weapons. Till we're peaceful and we see that our hearts can defeat whatever comes if we let them. Oh, think of what we could accomplish minus the conflict. We wouldn't dwell in hate. The way to fight it's to stay united and celebrate. And then you get
celebrate.
Okay. So nice.
That's
much better when you lay it out like that for me.
Yeah. So, and then I think it's because it's maybe one of my favorite hooks, just in general. Because there's one, we can rise above as, because there's one,
it's tough.
We can rise above. Yeah, I say it's my favorite.
No substances
one of my
for
own
2 years now. For the record over
just
here.
for the record, yeah.
That's just him.
I need my guitar.
Yeah.
Well, so the thing with me, right, is
What's
whenever,
the thing
even
with
when I'm doing my own song, man, I'm in a different place when I do it. Like I think it's almost like I'm two people. When I'm writing a song and I'm thinking of like all the strategy behind it, like what do I want to try and teach people? What can I pass on as knowledge and whatever?
Yeah.
But as the performer, I mean, I'm in a different realm. Like my mind goes to a different place. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's like I'm absent of the me as a performer. I have like that. I have like imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Like straight up. Like if I see video of me or like I'm just like, so where is that? I don't remember it from that angle. So even when I'm recalling like my own lyric, or like when we were talking earlier upstairs just about lyric, like you play a song like every night of the week, and then you get to that sixth night and you're like, yo, yeah.
So a part of what you said there was that what I'm interpreting as a driving force behind this is teaching people, relaying some sort of message or knowledge.
Yeah, not necessarily either that I have the answer, but that we can be open to finding the answer kind of together. Like
so when you're sitting down and you're writing, what is there, a pad involved? Or are you doing this on your phone?
There's so many ways nowadays. There's a pen
what's
and
your
pad.
way?
Sometimes scraps of paper.
Is it more of a tangible item or is it in your phone?
It is mostly in my head. When I'm writing, mostly in my head. I'm not Lil Wayne with it.
Like, I call you Jay-Z,
like,
but like a lot of people be like, that's not nice.
No. Yeah, no. I think I try to capture it in other places, like my phone or a notepad, or I bought Post-its like a little while ago, and I find them every once in a while and write on things. But that's really just to catch the initial part of it. And then after I've wrote it, I might never even ever look at that Post-it again or ever look into a notebook or anything. I'll just It's like I just needed
right.
to see the words in order for them to go to my head, you know?
You get the words or the melody first?
So that's the thing, too. Sometimes words just are there.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like they're as hippie as that can sound, right?
Listen,
But
my hippie,
words
the
are
best songs just flow out of
Yeah,
you.
they
They take
just-
a couple
I'm really
minutes
just-
to write.
You know, it's nothing that nobody else has ever said, but I think it's true. It's like I'm a lens. I feel like I'm more like a lens. I'm capturing a vibe, putting words to it, and sometimes the words do all the work. Like the fact that certain things rhyme to me, like love and above, like the sun comes from above, the sky, we're always in awe of it. Love is like that all-encompassing feel. Like the fact that those two words rhyme is like meant to be. You know what I mean? Like I don't really have to do much to entangle them. I just got to grab them and show you that they're entangled. You know, that's really the piece of it, I guess. Yeah, they're just meant to be. They're already married. I'm just trying to show people that they're married.
You're doing a great job of that. Now,
Thanks.
I said,
Except for when I forget my lyrics, though.
as we know, CMac Cooks over here is a successful, influential chef, and he has no schooling. Now I'm going to ask you, because you are somebody who is definitely succeeding as a touring musician. Is there any background? You go to school to learn how to play music?
Well, not really.
Nah.
I went to a school that did have a music program by the
Were
time
you
I
in
was
the
a
program?
junior. But I took a couple of classes just to get some extra points.
You think because you were in the school building that it's kind of like you took the class?
Maybe. I mean, I went to school for history and stuff. But it was definitely advantageous to be around other musicians.
Yeah.
That was for sure. So like in a sense I went to a school, but I feel thanks, bro. I feel like maybe I went to a school, but not like a traditional school. Because then I moved to Boston. I was busking. That's kind of like a classroom. Open mics were all classrooms. Like I think it's really just how you view it. I definitely feel like it was school because I was trying to learn something. Yeah. But as far as like, I didn't go to Berkeley or anything. No, I don't know.
You're right on.
Yeah.
We have this mutual friend that we both love, and I feel like he's a brother to you to a degree, Mr. Adam Ezra.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that connection?
So right as I was starting my, kind of like my step into music in like 2014, I had done like, I opened up for Taj Mahal and I was backstage and I was like, I want to do this for the rest of my life. Like I thought I wanted to do it, but I wasn't sure until that moment what it meant to be there. So yeah, I was like, well, this is an idol of mine. And that same venue, the Flying Monkey in Plymouth, they reached back out a couple months later and were like, do you know Adam Ezra? We want to open up for him. And I was like, yeah. So my aunt was in the music scene booking musicians for a coffee shop that she owned over in New Hampshire and booked a young Adam Ezra. I'd known of his music since before I was playing guitar.
Barefoot hippie.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I definitely want to be a part of that. So, I was lucky enough to vibe on it. I wanted to go see a live show before, so I drove down to Rhode Island. I had met Alex Martin, the drummer. He came to the bar that I was bouncing at, and like we were just talking, and I didn't know. He looked familiar, but I didn't know he was the drummer in the band I was gonna open up for. Yeah. Like I was like, I don't know what it is. He didn't know I was. I mean,
right.
Like 2 months before the show, I was like, yeah, man. We started talking. I was like, yeah, like the Wailers, the band I'm opening up for in a couple months is on tour with the Wailers. He's like, I'm on tour with the Wailers. I was like, wait a minute, you're the drummer? So it was like, whoa, crazy.
Nice, yeah.
Just started hanging out, went down to see an Adam Ezra show. And Alex and I had been hanging out for like that whole month. He kept coming to the bar, kept hanging out, whatever. And he found out I could freestyle rap, Alex did. And he told
really?
Adam,
That's your jam too?
I missed that
part of the whole story.
Let's go.
Let's see what goes. With some bars. Let's say a quick 16.
So Adam, he told Adam, and before I'd ever met Adam, like meet him, I went to go see a show, and Alex saw me in the crowd. It's like rainy. It's in Rhode Island, and He's like, oh, he like leans over. Adam's just like, oh, you know, and Adam's like, our friend Collie is here, and he's gonna come up and lay some rhymes down for you. I was like, what? What's happening now? You know, like so that, you know, he threw me right in it right away, and that's just always been like a mentor for the last 10 years, like checking out, you know, I try to catch as many shows. The community is crazy cool. They do a lot of cool work, you know, with Rally Sound and stuff and housing the homeless veterans and stuff and families. And I just like being a part of it, man. Like always putting music to work, to make it, to work towards a better world, you know. So, and it's buzzing around in that community, so it's easy.
It sure
You know,
is.
it's cool. It's cool.
Yo, we love you, Adam Ezra, the whole crew. Good people. So on that similar vein, like,
scraps left.
I know. Right?
I
There's
know. I'm
there's some
like,
meat.
which
There's some
one?
meat
eat
in
this
there.
up here. Take this on. Come on.
Come on,
Burger Snaps.
fellas.
You're going to eat all that
Get,
there?
get some of
You
that.
I'm
want,
like,
you want me to
yeah.
sit here with it?
I want you to
Not
eat
much.
it. So, Kali, what is the point of this musical journey that you're on? Why are you doing this?
You know,
I don't. That's why I'm
definitely-
asking you. That's how that works.
You know,
Question,
well,
answer.
see.
I wrestle with that a lot because, like, it's easy. At the same time, I wrestle with whether or not I'm actually doing it fully to my fullest. My journey with music is I've always been attracted to storytelling, and although I've been a relatively like quiet kid, I've also been on the other side of that. I've been the energetic kid. I've been both sides of it, tying all these stories, using these stories to find a place where I feel comfortable and fit in, and you know, and finding other people that like the same stories, and that storytelling led me down a road where it's like, oh, these people like stories, these people like stories. And it's really just the most human thing that you can do is like, before we could watch TV or have phones or even
Share
like do a
stories.
bunch of stuff, was just like storytelling is like one of the oldest ways to build community in any way. You know, cavemen 10,000 years ago would come across another person, and before they could, the first thing they want to be able to do is communicate, hopefully. And that's like, you know, that comes with storytelling, all of it. So really just the goal is to reach as many people as possible. And I feel like that's intuitively going to be a positive vibe. You know what I mean? Like,
I think you have a good positive way about you. I feel like you being in contact with more people will have a positive benefit on the world.
oh, thank you, brother. I hope to.
All of
That's,
my experiences with you, Kali, have been positive, joyous. Yeah.
I feel
Never
likewise,
yelled at
man. I
me.
mean, likewise. That's why. I mean,
Trying to choke me out or nothing.
well, it was like that those 20 times when I did it. But other than that, when I was like, I'm gonna get him,
Yeah.
not really.
Burger Snaps, what's going on over there?
What's up? How are
I don't
you?
know. Talk to me. You got one of these burger type questions?
Oh yeah,
And your
I got
bag
a
of
couple. I got a
burgers?
couple.
Hey,
Yeah.
Let's
Oh, he's
see
going
here.
to the pad.
He's
got the
He's
pad.
going to the pad.
Go
He's
with
got a
the pad.
notepad
Uh-oh.
to remember one
Notepad.
question.
Yeah,
My man.
I got a couple.
Oh.
Well, fire
I'm
'em
sorry,
off.
it's two.
How about this one? Would you rather fight Mike Tyson in his prime for 60 seconds or have his lisp and voice permanently?
yeah, right.
Probably, like,
You end up with it anyway.
I feel like you're gonna get a payday if you do the fight. You make it 60 seconds. Somehow you could do something wild to maybe survive a little bit in that operation.
Can you just run? Is it 60
That's
seconds
what I'm
of
saying.
just running?
60 seconds. I'll be jogging around the ring. Yeah.
I'll tell you, you know, with his fight coming up against Jake or whatever,
How do we feel? Yeah.
they've been playing a lot of old Tyson fights on social media.
Oh, it's
I'd take
so
his
good.
lisp in a quick second. Fuck that.
Yeah, man.
He is-
He hits so
Put you in a
hard.
body bag in 60 seconds,
Yeah,
dude.
Absolutely.
You're really taking the lisps instead?
Oh, hell yeah. You might not laugh. I mean,
size of you.
I'm not talking about. Yeah, I know I'm a big ass target. That's a problem. I can't hide from it.
What's your answer
I-
here?
I don't even like being physical at all. So I'm probably gonna take. I'll probably take the list.
It's gonna screw up
the
your
list.
career.
Well, the other way is probably gonna screw up my career too. I turned
Yeah,
from
but you get a
Collie
payday. at
Collie
least, like,
loops
a
to
few
Collie
mil.
oops in like 2 punches. You know,
You're
Like,
assuming you
oh,
lived
no.
through that.
Yeah, I mean
I'm not quite sure.
That's the only question. Like, do you?
So what's your status on Tyson? I know everybody in the world has to talk about this here,
Man,
but
I don't
Tyson,
like it.
Jake Paul fight.
Man, I don't know. I mean, I think that you'd want to say Jake Paul just because of the age, but my God, have you seen some of these videos of Tyson working out?
Yeah, I do.
He's coming in.
everything.
He's coming in hot,
I
dude.
feel like if Jake Paul wins, it's just he's paid.
All right, first thing, who wants Tyson to win? Put your hands in the air. All righty, my
Yeah,
boys,
definitely,
everybody in the
Definitely,
room. For
definitely
clarity, Jake, all right? Don't get it twisted. I don't know.
Money.
A lot of
Now-
money.
It's just
It's
be
got to
money.
end up being the biggest money boxing event of all time once it's said and done, right?
Yeah,
No?
Netflix paid him. Netflix reached out to
Yeah.
that's it.
the first Netflix fight.
The first Netflix
okay,
fight.
okay.
Big expedition.
Netflix money.
Joshua Horgan used to work for Netflix over here.
So Mike
What do you
Tyson
say?
can bite all ears.
Yeah, it's only
It's only biting.
Only biting. All right, now.
Get over here.
One more time, show of hands. Who thinks that Mike Tyson is going to win the fight? Oh, he did like a halfway hands up on that. Don't be on that.
I do. I think it's. I mean, like, look, Mike in his older age has definitely calmed down. He's chilled out as a soul for sure.
I think he's controlling it.
Yeah, I think he's controlling.
That's it.
He's in control now. When there
Once
were
you got the beast in you,
there were many
yeah.
years where
What
he
a-
was not in control. But all he's got to do is like
Draw on it.
for a second, open that door.
It's
And
just
there's
what I
like a
want.
demon on the other end of it, right? Like it's crazy. Like, like he is Mars.
Yes.
Like he is Mars. Like
Yeah, I got one more.
What do you have, sir?
We beat that
Would you
to
rather
death, is that what
have
we say?
a vertical mouth or a horizontal butt crack?
How do we get here? Probably do the butt crack situation because not everybody's gonna really know right out of the gate. They'll be all curious. Yo, is that the guy with the horizontal crack?
you might
Dang.
get horizontal butt crack energy and not even know it though. That could be a thing. Walk into the room like this guy.
It could be a little messy too.
More concerning. Oop, I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, what does that feel like to sit on a horizontal? That's like very distinct.
Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah.
pretty much
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Cheeks are designed to be in a chair. I don't
Yeah.
know that.
Sideways on the ball.
both could make you famous.
Yeah.
Probably be less less embarrassing. I don't know. Actually, maybe it's less embarrassing to have the. I don't know, man.
More
Are
concerning
your
is
teeth also sideways?
the whole thing. Like,
Yeah,
which side is
yeah,
the
yeah.
chin
Like,
on?
is
You have
your-
two
Is your
chins.
jaw from side? Is your jaw like an ant trap?
Two chins. Double goatee kind of operation.
Yeah, you got something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just disturbing to think
Yeah.
about.
Why do you have that question?
I don't know.
Johnny, you got some stuff in your bag of tricks over here?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask it for right over
Don't you- Okay, yeah. Let's go. Nice shoes, Collie. Look at those.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
They are not real Gator, but we
Yeah.
know how to get some
Right,
now
right.
if we. CMac did not
I'll
make
hook you up after the next
So
Although
one.
I'm
Yeah.
sure you could cook these.
We've
shoes.
learned you can just order an alligator on the internet and it'll come to your house dead and frozen.
That's
In the
right.
back-
He's getting down on this type of thing. Right?
In
Sure.
the back, they were looking it up, and there was There was on Amazon. You can get fillets. They're peppered.
On
They're
Amazon,
all sorts
you-
of different.
Amazon
types
Yeah.
of them,
sells everything, man.
Never seen that in my life until he just brought that up.
What doesn't Amazon?
Poor
sell?
alligators, man.
So
They don't
C-
do no harm.
CMac, what do you think about Wagyu?
I think it is. It's fun every once in a while, right? So Wagyu obviously is a very high end, and there are lots of different grades. There's American Wagyu, there's Australian, there's Japanese, which is
What's the scale? Is it BMS or BSM? What is it?
Yeah, BMS. And so I think if I remember right, it goes to 13. I think 13 or 14 is the highest. I mean, I've had A5 Japanese Wagyu, BMS 13. Alpine Butcher in Lowell actually has, if you ever want.
That's where I go.
Yeah.
That's,
It's fantastic. But it's super fatty, right? It looks like it has more fat in it than actual meat.
yes.
Super rich. It's not something that you'd eat a whole steak. It's I've had it a few times. I personally, more bang for your buck. You get a really nice prime cut, and you're probably saving a lot of money. And Wagyu is fun every once in a while. And
What is it
Australian
called?
American
What is it?
Wagyu.
What is that?
So it's the type of cow.
pasture-raised cow.
A type of cow?
They
type
get
of-
massaged,
They
Mike.
get massage. There's special
crazy.
diet.
Yeah, twisted, man.
They get massaged, Mike. They eat olives.
Yeah.
They have a bougie life, Mike.
That's like the veal type situation. Or don't let it
No,
move.
it's not
Keep it nice and
not
tender.
calves, but it's very pricey. Very pricey.
And that price,
Yeah, we're talking upwards somewhere
Covers
close
the
to like
cost of their life.
$200.
Like,
$200 per like
Pricey
18
for the
ounce.
cow.
Like,
Well, because of the overhead, like feeding it olives and massaging.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
That head-
and there's not
That head's
there's not a
coming
ton
right
of
off.
them, right?
Yeah, right.
There's I mean the
You can't-
Japanese Wagyu, they've got to be certified and everything.
Yeah.
It's
There's only so many cow masseuses, I would imagine.
right.
That's probably one thing that limits
I don't
the
know,
market,
though,
right?
really.
There's just one guy in Japan, and
it.
his hands are tired as shit.
One
So
dude.
CMac, have
His
you
name's Juan.
have you noticed the difference in the Australian versus the Japanese?
Japanese, yeah. I mean, the Japanese A5 is heads and tails above all the others.
Okay, in means of what? It tastes better. It looks better.
In terms of everything from pricing to the fat content.
Okay.
I mean, you can definitely tell the difference. That being said, if I'm buying it, it would either be Australian or American Wagyu. Just again, the Japanese stuff is super expensive, super filling. It's fun to do a couple of times, but it's not something.
But why do
that
you
I
say
can-
like it's fun to do? Like, what are we doing? Is this
Cooking
like,
fun to
it.
eat?
what is
Yeah,
different than
cooking
like
it.
having a potato? Because I wouldn't say potatoes are fun to do.
Yes, the flambadoo.
And you put the wagyu fat
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like it's a Dr. Seuss book right now. I'm so lost on the terminology.
Yeah, so there's a old French device called a flambadoo, and basically what it is it's a metal pole with a little cone on the end. And the way that they used to kind of flash cook these things, oysters or whatever else, little tender meats, they take fat and they put the flambadoo in the fire for 5-10 minutes, get it red hot.
Yeah.
And you dump the fat in there and you get fire and brimstone, but it drops, it liquefies the fat, right? So it'll drop on. So when I did it with the oysters,
You are crafty. Wow.
yeah, you get that Wagyu fat, kind of cooks it a little bit, but gives it another layer of flavor. Because fat.
Flambadoo.
Yeah. But the flambadoo, that's
Flambadoo.
that was my first
Mike, you can't get over
video
that one,
on TikTok.
Yeah,
And
the name is
even when I
bonkers.
repost it, it goes viral. I get over 1 million views on that thing. People love the flambadoo.
All right, Mrs. Flambadoo, are you the same guy that was telling me about like getting bones and draining the bone marrow?
Oh,
to,
yeah.
like, make some
Yeah.
butter or something?
Yeah.
Yo, this dude ain't right. No, but
So
what-
I've done bone marrow through the flambadoo too, but yeah, roasted bone marrow is phenomenal.
You don't do that
Has
on a
anyone in
Tuesday?
this room eaten roasted bone marrow before? Anybody else in here?
I've took it out. I've
Joshua,
took it out of the
did you put
bone
it
with
into
a
your mouth,
syringe
though?
and then put it into a cheeseburger that went onto the grill, and it was insane.
You injected your cheeseburger with
Yeah.
some
I
bone
like
marrow
that.
juice?
I like that.
Yo,
Yeah,
what?
it's meat butter.
Look where we've arrived.
It's meat
butter.
Yeah. Yeah, it actually is.
Wait,
when you
I'm
do
sorry. Hold
bone
on.
broth
It's better
and so
for you
forth.
than what? What are you comparing it to? Butter? Okay, fair. All
Well,
right,
what
all
about
right.
margarine?
Who's saying butter is good for you? Margarine? They still making
I
that?
don't even use it.
Nobody's eating
For
butter.
life.
Meat margarine.
For life.
They still make
All right,
margarine.
got a quick question for you. So, Justin Bieber or Taylor Swift? I know that's really fucking wrong of me to do, but I had to.
I mean, well, I think they're on the opposite ends of where how they got to both things. I think one is like a underdog story from a positive light. That'd be Taylor Swift. Came from nothing, YouTube stuff, all the way to the point where she's one of the most marketable human beings on planet Earth. And Justin Bieber is the opposite end of that same trail, from YouTube, child star, did the crazy crap.
Better question.
And I feel like I resonate more with Justin Bieber because of that, like the underdog story, but I like Taylor Swift more.
So when they come on the radio, you're leaving the studio later. You're leaving the studio later, and on one station it's Justin Bieber, on the other station it's Taylor Swift. Which one are you switching to or shutting off faster?
I mean, honest truth, I don't listen to the radio while I drive at home or sing, but it would probably be Taylor Swift.
There you go.
I didn't know Collie Stoddard-Imari listened to Taylor Swift while he was driving in his car from show to show
You
until
heard it
now.
here first. I'm a Swiftie.
He's a Swiftie. Bro, none of your own thoughts anymore, player.
So
I actually love her songwriting process too. Like, to be honest, she had 1989.
You know her
came out
songwriting process.
a little bit. I try to like study it in different people.
I thought I knew you, boy.
She had in 1989 there was like the album 1989, right?
Mm-hmm.
She had a special version at Target that had this extended cut where she just talked about the process of 3 different songs. And like, I barely buy CDs, who does? But it was like not marked down or anything, but there was some type of sale. I was like, I'm pretty mindless when I'm shopping. I'm not paying attention to anything. And I was like, oh, don't pay attention to the amount, nothing. Threw it in the car, got home just because of that. I saw that it had the songwriting process. It's 5 minutes of her talking, and then she shows the song, the demo version of it, and I just thought it was a cool little introspective.
So you
piece.
listen to her every morning when you wake up.
When
You're drinking your coffee. You're listening to Taylor Swift.
I'm in a state of confusion right
I can't
now.
drink coffee without.
All right, so we're gonna get away from that. How
having a hard time
long
with it,
have you
though.
been playing music?
Bought a CD.
How long have you been
I've
playing
been doing
music?
music all my life in some way, shape, or form. I started playing the guitar at 17. When I was a kid, I was in chorus ensemble. I was making rap beats and hip hop when I was like 9, 10.
What was the name? What was the hip
hop?
hop name?
K-Stott, the Forbidden.
Mike, what was your hip hop
young
name?
Stod, the Forbidden.
What
Mike
was-
Burner.
Mike Burner.
Yeah.
That's back in the day, buffet.
Mike Burner.
All
I
right,
don't know why the Forbidden, to be honest. It's just I felt like my lyrics were forbidden because I was talking a lot about. I listen to underground hip hop. Like I would listen to Dead Prez or The Coup or or like more well known but still not as mainstream like KRS-One. That was my jam.
Cool.
So like I felt like I'd show up to these little hip hop get-togethers in Vermont, and a lot of kids would be ciphering and spitting, and I would talk about the content stuff that I thought was important. So I felt like my lyrics were forbidden. Like everybody, you go down that political road, and people are like, I don't want to hear this anymore. So you're like, it was still the same mission as now, just a little different, a little kid version.
Was the hip hop culture vibrant in Vermont?
It's sparse. It's sparse. It is. It's sparse, but it's embedded in because it's
leading me in this.
Yeah,
street,
true. He's fired.
It's in the main street, so you can pick pieces out. You do have to travel for it to find
Isn't I-9
it.
from there too?
I'm sorry,
He's
that
good.
was just rude of me.
One of my best friends, though, growing up was a b-boy. He grew up in Wheelock, right, which is a smaller town than the town I grew up in, maybe 400 or 500 people. I don't know. But, like, he got into hip-hop. This hip-hop crew came to our school, did some dancing, and he was already kind of in it. And this is pre-internet looking up this stuff, It's not like today you could be plugged into any culture anywhere. You can just check it out and learn. You can learn anything on YouTube. It's crazy. But this is you have to put work in the 90s to, like, figure out hip-hop in rural Vermont.
And
he
like
did
in
it,
life,
man.
like people were putting in effort, like
Yeah.
for their jobs and things back
Yeah,
then
it
too.
was in general, everything. But yeah, man, that was that. Intuition was his name. The dude, my dude Steve, grew up with him, and he willed himself into the world of b-boy and breaking. You know, like ended up on cruise ships and in Dubai and stuff from rural Vermont.
Crazy.
Man.
Wow.
It's
Make it
so
happen,
the
Steve.
hip hop scene is sparse, but
Steve.
you can get it. You can get it there.
Last question. So you got your favorite meal of the year. That's like it happens one time a year. That special spot. Where are you going and what are you getting? Besides CMac's backyard
That's
next to his
right.
green egg.
That was coming.
Where are you going after that?
It's Thanksgiving. It's up in. It's probably my favorite time to retreat back to Vermont and just
Cool.
get in with my wife's family and my family. You know, we go back and forth. We do one on Thanksgiving and then one the day after.
Yeah.
And just it's not even actually the Thanksgiving itself. I like hanging out with family and stuff. The best part of the eating, the leftover sandwich. man.
Yeah,
That's my
that cold turkey.
cold turkey,
Yeah,
cranberry
it.
sauce stuffing,
Yeah,
bread.
awesome.
Can I give you a gift on the giving
JP, hop
tip?
Yeah.
Gifts? You like gifts, C-Mac?
Cool.
Barbecue
No, I like
AF.
this.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's hand this over
Yeah.
to you.
Whole bag.
What a nice bag
Thank
from
you.
all the sponsors here, but the
CNA?
bag itself from CNA stores.
Right?
Dig into it. Let's pull it out of here.
All right, what do we
Make a
got?
whole dramatic
That's
thing
the
about this,
best
please.
gift bag in the game.
Keep the
Right?
sponsors
By
happy.
far.
What's
Not
in the
even close.
bag? Oh my
Last time I was
God.
here, he threw up a box that looked like UPS had thrown it down the street for a while, and it was maybe you tried to wrap it or something too.
Stickers off. I put a
Rewrap
lot of
it.
work
Yeah,
into that.
I know.
Are you criticizing the box?
Not at all.
It took time from my life
It's
for
about
the
where you come
deco.
from. All right, little gummies,
Oh,
Burger
sour
Snaps,
mini
baby.
burgers,
Yeah.
from Burger
Shout out
Snaps, you
Berg.
know that.
little Wagyu burgers.
Right.
What's this?
Michael J. Fox Foundation.
Compliment to my good friends
Is that a
at Michael
blanket?
J. Fox. Yeah, it's like one of those blankets for the
One
yard.
blankie.
Nice.
Only a big man
Barbecue and
can
lay
say
in the
blankie
grass.
Like
Have to enjoy your life. Lid.
Does that fit on your head?
I got a pretty big melon.
You do.
Try that.
Yeah. We'll look into that later.
There's a flag.
It's a flag,
Put
baby.
the flag out.
Oh,
the river fence
come
now.
on. You know, I was thinking that. Yeah. What else is in there? Oh, CDs that
Got
came
some
in the mail. Yeah.
CDs.
I just gotta say this, like right now, there's no radio station operating out of this room anymore. You can stop mailing. I like the music, but when you mail it here, it's just for me, and then I give it away. There's still CDs arriving here all the time. Okay.
A little bowl scraper.
Oh,
You're one of the few people who knew
first
what that
guy
was.
to know,
Well,
right?
I actually didn't. I like to play it off like I did, but it said bowl scraper.
Oh, you're the first guy I can read on the show,
what the
too.
fuck?
Oh my God, I can
2 for 2.
read.
Some artwork.
That's a picture of I think Oldies Marketplace is under that thing there. Yeah.
Oh, look, it's even signed.
What does it say?
Michael, thanks for last night. Oh no,
Short but sweet.
That is,
what do you
hey,
know that oldies are?
keep them coming. All right.
All right, stickers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
CNA
We didn't really
sticker,
need to touch
yeah.
all that stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
What about this thing? Does this fit on your body? Ooh, keychain from CNA stores.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's gonna fit. Yeah, it looks like it will. Wow.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
I appreciate the thanks. It's not all from me.
Oh, hey now.
Kali. Nice bracelets, nice necklace. I like the head garb, the sunglasses. You got a whole vibe going on. The shoes.
Thanks, man.
Right? I love it. There's something going on off in the distance. Oh, by golly.
Okay.
Let's see what's in there.
Cool. What we got here?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know me
Oh,
too
you
well.
gotta offer
Summertime
something,
comes and I don't
tank
wear
top.
t-shirts ever. So
Always
this is it,
tanks. Look at that. Oh!
man. And the good material, bro. I like that. Yeah.
I think we'd give you some sort of low-grade material.
It's the finest,
Is that the
finest
vibe we're
cotton.
giving
That's
off here?
perfect too. Oh, cool. Because I got a blue one.
I
from
know
that
you
thing
do.
did and the-
I saw a
Yeah,
picture.
bro.
You had the blue one on.
Yep.
Like, nah,
That's some of the best gear in the
nice.
game. I wear that like every other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
There.
You're
That blue one.
handsome,
Hey, yo,
too.
let me tell you,
You make it better.
because like there's only so many, you play so many events and there's so many things that you end up with like shirts from festivals and stuff. And like, honestly, I have like a catch-all bucket I wear them for the event. And I always appreciate when people give them to me. You can't wear them all in your day-to-day, but that one does get my play in the day-to-day.
Better be seeing pictures of you in that.
Okay, so I got some of the CDs too from the
There you
folks.
go.
Okay.
There it is.
Nice. And
Wow. What is this
up?
one?
Whoa.
Cause that's one of the best hoodies. Mine
Whoa.
got stolen. That's one of my favorite hoodies.
Did it?
Yeah, I talked to CNA
You know
already
what?
about it.
CNA stores
your
brought
name's
you another
inside
one.
Did
this
they?
one,
They did.
too.
I already talked
Look,
to 'em. I love
it's your
it.
name in there. It's
Wow.
right there. It must be this one.
This is the
This
I'm
is
keeping
official.
it, though. I'm keeping it.
No, I would be honored.
Reach
if
in
you
the
had it.
pocket on
Yeah,
there.
it's
Go
got-
low on that front pocket. What's going on there?
Go low on that front
What is
pocket.
this? Some
Yeah,
kind
what
of
is-
keychain? What do we got?
Yo,
It already hanging
what is
out
in
of
there?
it?
Oh, yeah, the keychain's hanging out.
Oh, you
Okay.
got a media pocket too? Look at that.
Yeah, yo, what is that? What is that in there? What is a media pocket?
Is it?
Oh.
Is that what
No, I
it
think
is?
that's a koozie. It's a koozie.
That's what it is.
It's a
Okay.
koozie in it.
It's a koozie?
You can slip your beer.
ones
in
I
we
it.
didn't
make
know
down
any
here
of
to be
those things were
smell-proof.
there. I was just playing. I thought there was a little bottle opener hanging
Yo,
out.
well, there's a bottle oponer, but that's
There's a koozie in
It is a koozie.
Nah,
Did you
that's
know
cool.
that?
That's
Everybody
cool.
that has that?
Yes, of course. That's why it's an awesome hoodie.
Yo, I did not
It's my
know
favorite
that.
hoodie, dude.
That's dope. That's real cool.
It is
Shout out
something.
CNA for
I like
ingenuity.
that. And then, yeah, I got some.
CNA will take probably 4 more of those sweats.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Got the hats, burger, snacks.
Nice. Got the burger snacks and the stickers. Cool. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
These stickers are going on the guitar case.
I appreciate you taking the time to move your physical body to this location. It takes some effort, and you did it.
Yeah,
That's
brother.
nice
I
of
appreciate
you.
you having me. Thanks.
You got some questions in you. Joshua Horgan is now recognized as the most researched individual that steps on here. What do you got today?
I don't know if it's research. I just really appreciate you guys, so I take my time
Passion.
to look into
We'll
you.
call it
Oh, all right.
passion.
like
You
it.
guys
Takes
take the time to be here.
Pride in his
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, of course. How dare we have people come on and we don't care about you? We love you.
Appreciate
So
that.
I
at me
watched you a ton
caressing
because
you.
I have a culinary degree, and
Oh,
you would
nice.
kick my
He
butt in the
does.
kitchen, which I love that about
kitchen
you.
battles.
That's awesome.
I'm more professionally trained than on the
Yep.
grill trained, which is
Yep.
where I'm envious of.
Never knew.
It's like being a musician and an athlete. You're the athlete.
Yeah.
I
Well,
respect it.
appreciate that, man.
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
So I dig what you're doing. I wish I was more into grilling. I'm a culinary behind the stove, behind the kitchen,
Yep.
steaks on the pan.
Yeah.
I grew up around a lot of Italian chefs, big time
Okay.
Italian chefs. So I can whip up some good Italian. My Mimi's from there. My uncles are from
Nice.
Napoli, so I know that. But I couldn't even throw down with you. I'm being very honest. Like I watched your stuff. You're the man,
Oh,
dude.
man, thank you. I appreciate
You're
that.
the man, dude.
That means a lot coming from a guy like you.
Thanks.
You
dude.
know?
Appreciate that. Appreciate
Going
that.
through the schooling, doing it the right way, throwing burgers on a grill, you know?
I was smoking a lot of weed back then, so I was getting through school high. but
That goes along with the restaurant business, you know, as you know.
absolutely.
On the topic of restaurant business, I have a question because it was presented to me at an earlier point on this very day. How is it that the restaurant industry and the owners in particular got away with displacing the salary of the staffs onto the patrons? How did that become an acceptable thing? It got quiet quick on that one, right?
Restaurants
nobody knows
are ran by
how
a
did-
dictatorship.
How did this
Pretty much.
happen where
You
it's
have to be.
acceptable in that world for you to pay somebody like normally about 25% of minimum wage, right? Maybe it's more like 30. Somebody here knows that. And then displace that onto the customer like it's up to you to pay our employee. How did they execute? Because I want to know, because if you could drop that into some other industries, be like, yo, you guys also pay for my staff.
We're talking about
How-
tipping, right?
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily. I'm talking about how did tipping become the way that they're expected to be paid? Like, why aren't they already getting paid? And then the tip is cool. I have no problem with the tip.
So
I'll
there's two
tip people.
sides. You
So,
probably
so
know more.
back of the house guy will probably be able to explain this.
There's two things. I know
Why
some
don't
from
you
the
get the
kitchen and the
$20
restaurant.
everybody else
but there's
gets?
actually a big political reason for it.
Yeah, I wanna
so
hear it.
The number one employer of single mothers in the country for the last 50 years has been waitressing.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was a movement that women weren't making enough hourly to feed 2 or 3 kids. So if you study it right now, still to this day, the number one job provider for single women in the country is waitressing.
Yeah.
And so the loophole they use, because men will come in, rich men will come in, especially back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and drop 100, 200, 300. But then they're getting taxed on the money if it goes through your paycheck. Well, up until recently, tips weren't taxed at all. So it was providing food and housing for women and children. It was really that the loophole was designed to protect women and children without a man in the home. Okay. And they were using that to pay women more, actually. Because if you're at a good restaurant, you make more.
As long as people are good. As long as the system is that people are good.
Right.
Hold on.
Right.
What do you got going on? We're talking about, but how is it okay for the owner of the restaurant to not pay a fair wage to the employee?
So the legal guideline is because they make so little, for a long time the loophole was they weren't taxed on that. They didn't have to claim their tips until like recent history has kind of done that. So for a long time
but the tips are still coming from the customers.
Right.
All right, let's talk about now. Like you work at a regular, like a to-go place. The owner is paying you some price to work there.
Right.
Why doesn't that happen? Why is it okay?
It's like $3.70.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the assumption is because they're the only ones that really have that opportunity to make tips. Now,
right.
granted,
because
sometimes
you can
they're
benefit,
split.
you also have the opportunity to.
So I think the law here in Massachusetts is actually if
Correct.
Between your minimum wage and whatever tips you're getting, if it doesn't add up to $22 an hour or whatever it is, the restaurant is supposed to fill in the rest. The assumption is if you're a good server, you're working at a good restaurant, you're going to make much more than you would have, at a flat rate.
To answer it another way, they have to pay
owner
that.
benefits as a result of the employee being good and the customers being generous.
Mutually, because if the waitress doesn't make any money, the employer does have to pay them over. There's a legal thing in our contract in Massachusetts. If you get hired,
that part happens.
It does happen.
So it's still guaranteed.
Now there are owners who are dirty who don't enforce, and you have to stick up for yourself because they look for the way out of it. Sure. But if you, as an employee in this state, say I only made $4 an hour today, they have to legally pay you. I think it's like $18.50 or $19.50 an hour.
Yeah.
Thanks for learning me.
You'll get a check as like a waiter or waitress every 2 weeks, and what that'll do is that number will end up being 0 on your paycheck because of the amount of money that you got from
tips to counter.
All right, now I'm even more confused by everything here.
But also that's like our system in America, right? Because sometimes there's countries that
just this state?
It's not like that.
Right. Well, a lot of countries don't tip. If you go to foreign countries, they're like foreign to tipping.
In the industries here,
right back
people
over
get
the table,
so mad
in the face.
with people from other countries not tipping.
And they don't know anybody.
It's actually not part of their culture.
They don't know. They don't know.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
we used to get Europeans coming to the restaurant, and you'd have to drag the server over there. Oh,
right, and they're so surprised sometimes. They're like, "What do you mean I have to tip?" Like they don't know because they don't know it's a thing.
What?
Right.
So let's make sure that we didn't overlook anything here. What's exciting? What's new? You're recording an album right now. What are we trying to make sure the world knows about?
I'm always trying to record. I am playing a lot of shows this summer, so I'm just making sure to put my calendar out there. I'd love to see everybody's smiling face.
Where do they find that calendar?
I put everything on. I'm using Instagram to get to the Facebook. So Kali Loops, Kali Loops. Look me up. I'll get that calendar out there and come see the show. There's some
He'll
things
be there
in the
early, setting up all those pedals.
Yeah.
Do you have a singular event that you're really pumped about? Not to take away from other ones. There's one that you're just like waiting to do this year.
Every year I'm ready. I'm pumped for the Ramble at the end. It kind of is a bummer because it's the end of the summer. I didn't mean to rhyme right there. That's not my full skill set, but it worked, But I'm doing just a lot of things. It's really hard to say any one. That's the one I look forward to.
Where's the Ramble going down this year?
It is probably in the same. Well, I wouldn't venture to say it's because it might not always. We've moved it a couple of times.
Okay.
So
you're not giving me an answer to that question.
No. Keep posted on
it.
Lock in so you can know. You gotta lock in.
Stay hip with Kali Loops. Kali.
It was in Ashburnham last time, and I think it's gonna be there. But we keep growing, so
Ashburnham. Yeah. We film in Ashburnham.
Wow, look at that. And what's your situation on the Instagram, Jam? How do people get connected with you?
CMac.cooks on all All the platforms, yeah.
Yeah.
And we got, you know what we got coming up?
I don't.
Me and your boy Eli, we got the 3rd annual Great Amesbury Chowder Cook-Off.
Shout out
The
Eli, the
Great
man.
Chowder
Dude.
Cook-Off.
Yeah.
People come from all over the world for this one. Where does it take place?
Over at Bearwolf Brewing.
I knew that.
April 27th, I believe, is the date. So 3rd annual. It's always been fun. I won't be cooking, but we'll be emceeing it. And
Yeah, you will.
10, 12 teams throwing down a bunch of good-looking chowder.
What's the name of it again?
The Great Amesbury Chowder.
Great Amesbury
Cook-Off.
Chowder with an H.
Chowder with
Chowder.
an H.
I knew you
Chowder
had to do
Cook-Off.
something clever
No other way,
like that.
kid. Chowder.
That's it, kid.
And then when we're on the Instagram, how do we connect with you? Because that's all people care about.
CMac.cooks.
CMac.cooks.
A lot of big green egg events coming up, too. A couple I can't talk about, but
I know you can't. You keep bringing up things you can't talk about.
I know. I'm trying to string people along.
You're doing a
Is
good job of
working?
it. I'm over here with bated breath.
Follow if
Like
you want to
people
get
waiting for
hungry,
Larry
dude.
Bird to
I
get the
hungry
ball
every
when there's
time I
5
watch
seconds
Instagram.
left.
That's right.
Yeah.
We might need to do a little collab.
Absolutely. I have some stuff for you off camera. I got some stuff for you.
yeah, he does.
Cool.
Yeah. He's
Excellent.
got something in his pocket there. That's a lot of
This-
pocket stuff.
This is a stress ball
Kinda
that I
freak.
meant to give to Juice Man. Shout out to my boy Juice Man. FA.
Wow.
He's in his lair making juice and his wrist hurts, and I got this for him and didn't have time to drop it off, so I'm using it.
Wow.
Nice.
Juice Man
I bet
has
he's
no
stressed
stress.
out.
Yeah, he's pumping.
stressed out right now.
His biggest week. He's got a bunch of stuff. He's doing a collab for us this weekend. He's got other big stuff going on. So I meant to help him. The thought was there. The delivery wasn't quite.
Thought was there. Product here.
Better late than never.
Yo. So we feel pretty good here?
Feel fantastic.
Do we overlook anything? You guys happy with your experience? Safe, comfortable?
Yeah, man, it's a good time.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it. I like it.
Chilling.
I like it. We got to get Phall Roots back in here one time to drop the sponsors. I don't know what that is. You know, put the plug into it. And let's do that. What a great job you're doing with it.
All right. Thank you so much, Michael.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's give some love to North Shore Beefy Boys for giving you that shirt.
North Shore
You
Beefy
know-
Boys.
Yeah.
Peter.
You know we love the people at Pomodori and North Shore Beefy Boys. They make Phall Roots even look so good.
That's right. And also, much love to our sponsors at Enjoy Your Life, Rockport Brewing Company, CNA, and Keeping Our Life Balanced with New Balance.
He used that once, now he's sticking with it.
That's a good call.
All right, it's the end of the show. Everybody in the room on this side, let's go. Who is this guy here? Tommy, my man. Get on over here. You got to get low and on the floor. You're now in this. Yo, feel it. It's offering something. I'm telling y'all, we are living this life to the full potential because we can. Everybody, get low, Jonny Deups. Your head wasn't in it last time. Let's scream all hands together. Hands up. Yeah!
Let's go.